All right, boys. We're doing the post game at the stadium. I had the boys just hang out for a second. Beautiful stadium, beautiful night. Incredibly unfortunate that it went that way, but it is what it is. Like I think Real Betis defended well. They did their job. They scored a corner, and it is what it is. Gavi's. I think he just gave somebody his shirt down there. Um, I think they created really well. They were just a little off in the final third, whether it's Lamine not being able to beat his man perfectly or Betis dropping 3 on him or 4 on him, honestly. It was just so incredibly difficult to find any space to do anything impactful there, and it made it really hard for us. I think that we'll get into the ratings real quick and we'll run through it. But Gil Manzano will start off with the ref. I think he just let a little bit too much go on. Didn't give any cards for Betis in the second half, and it really felt like we needed that to take a little bit of their momentum away, a little bit of their aggression. I think that could have been helpful, but it is what it is. Szczesny, Grande Szczesny. I think on the corner, I don't think it's his fault. It was a pretty good header. But he did concede it, so I'll give him like a 7.5, 8. I think he was good coming out of his box. He made one really good save at the end. Solid work from him, as always. My guy is just aura farming in net. It's just unfortunate that it did end the way it did. And then moving up the pitch, Koundé, I think he had a pretty solid game as well. Linked up decently going forward. Didn't have a ton of responsibility defensively. And then when he was, he did his job. You know what I mean? I think it was a solid performance, 7 for him as well. And the back line overall, Araujo, you could ask more from him on the corner. That was his man who won the header. Again, it's a corner, so it can't be that serious about it. But it happened. So I'm going to give him probably a 6.5, 7. But I think he defended pretty well. And Kuba, I think, was excellent. I don't think he put a foot wrong. Defended well, passed well. I don't really have any issues with him. I'll give him an 8. And Balde, man, it's just the crosses weren't coming out today. But it wasn't even that. It was like with him, with everybody. When people made crosses, it was just not connecting with bodies the entire game. And nobody was in the box at the right place. Maybe that's on Lewandowski. We'll get into that in a second. But it's just a theme of the whole game. And Balde, I think, was fair. 7.5, 8. Similar performance where it was just a lot of the guys of that story. Then Pedri and Frankie, I think, were really good in the middle. Frankie, we saw a little bit of him moving forward. I think he was pretty good today, actually. And then he got taken off for Garcia, who I think was also good. But Frankie still looks a little bit unsure when he steps into space, like he's, not trusting his foot or something and a little worried about it. So I'm excited to see when the real Frankie comes out, but he's almost there, but just not yet. He's not it yet. That being said, I think it was a decent performance from Frankie. I think a 7.5 and 8 as well. Maybe an 8. I think it was pretty good. But Pedri, I think he ran the game in the first half, and it's really unfortunate that, it didn't come out. I think they had so much possession. They had so much space and time on the ball. It's really, really unfortunate. When you create chances like that, you really want to see it come together. I think Pedri's my man of the match. I'll give him an 8.5. I just think he was perfect today. Every time I see him play, seeing him in person is crazy. He is perfect. I can't really say any more than that. I don't think I need to, though. You guys understand what I'm saying. And then moving up the pitch, Gavi was playing on the number 10 spot in the beginning. He moved back. I think he was good as the 8, and I think he was good as the number 10 as well. He did score our goal. You could probably give him the man of the match as well. Seeing Gavi score was pretty cool. And, seeing him get more game time, more comfortable is great. I'm going to give him an 8.5 and 9 as well. I think he had a really solid game. But I don't think that number 10 spot is for him. I think not that he's not good there. I think Fermin is really good there. I think Dani Olmo is really good there. So it's just finding time for Gavi to play as that 8. That's where he should be. I think in Pedri's spot. And, Hansi has shown he doesn't like pushing Pedri up. He wants to play Pedri in that 8 spot because he's so good there, which I understand completely because he is. Pero, you just want to see more for Gavi. But good game for Gavi. And the front 3, Ferran, I just wasn't impressed. I think he linked up well again, but it was just the guys weren't in the box. It's him, it's Lewandowski, it was Rafinha when he came on, and then Lamine couldn't get it to them today, and that's what happens when they defend so much. But it was like just a different day. This game ends like 3-0, 3-1, and it's really unfortunate it didn't. But Ferran, I'll give him like a 6.5. Lamine, I'll probably give him a 7.5. He did create a little bit, and he was beating his man and finding space, but again, those balls were not coming together. Lewandowski, I think, is a similar story. You guys are going to like this. So Gu told me that they call him I forgot, but it was like Grandma Lewandowski, Abuelowski, or something like that. And yeah, they made to mock him. And today it was Abuelowski today. It is what it is, though. Not his best performance by any stretch of the imagination. Tried to bike at one point. That was kind of sick. Obvious. It was in a weird position, so it wasn't like an easy chance. No bikes are, but you guys get what I'm saying. Didn't come together. And they're calling me. I gotta go, but I'll vlog on the way down. And then the subs came on, and nothing crazy, you know what I mean? And they're yelling at us to come down, but the subs were fine. Eric Garcia, I think, was solid, defended pretty well. He looks comfortable there, which I think is cool to see him getting that. And shout out Xavi for putting him into that position, getting him comfortable there. And yeah, they're making him warm up. Look at that.
All the changes that he didn't make.
Is Ansu over there? No Ansu.
Yeah, maybe
No. Oh?
Eric Garcia. No, pero come Ansu, ¿no?
Sí. Yeah?
That didn't play.
Yeah, wow. Listen to this. Eric Garcia is running too. Wow.
Yeah, because he just got substitute.
See.
Eric Garcia.
Yeah, Ansu is there, yeah. Pablo? Look at that. Cool.
Yeah, Flick mentality here.
Yeah. See? Well, the subs were fine, I think. You know what I mean? I think I really liked Fermin today. I think Fermin was good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I want him to start, but I also want Gavi to get minutes, so it's such a hard situation. But maybe the solution is, I don't know, Pedri playing less, which would be nice. Yeah. And then who else came on? We had... all right.
They're going to let you.
Yeah. They don't want to... I don't know. They're not supporting Robbie Lou, I guess. But, yeah. It was a great time. Cool atmosphere. I think... I don't know. I like the Estadio Olympique. It is really cool over here. It's exciting. Coming here with the boys. They were great company, and it's really unfortunate that it went this way. I did, for those of you guys who watch the streams, I have a jinx where I don't wear Barça kits because we lose when I wear Barça kits. But I wore the retro one today, not the home or the away one, because I thought maybe that would be different. I don't know. Is this jinx? Let me know. Should I wear a Barça kit to the Dortmund game, or should I not? Maybe because this might be a sign that I'm the problem. But overall, I think Hansi did a decent job with his subs and everything, and the way that they lined up. I think it was just unfortunate the way that it went. But overall, it's beautiful, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Shout out Mark, shout out Q. Thanks for coming with me, boys. That was fun. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. More content coming. Make sure you're subscribed and around for that.
Follow the channel.
And yeah.
Give a like. Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one.